Hello friends, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and today I looked at the planner that was donated to the channel by Tess Moore. Thank you, Tess Moore, so much. Really have been enjoying this so far this year. We're reading from the Moonstone Datebook, a weekly planner by the Cycles of the Moon. And so I remembered reading that today was the full moon, yay, and that also it's a lunar eclipse. So the moon is in Cancer right now, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, the moon entered Cancer yesterday, Thursday the 9th, and then today it is still in Cancer for the full moon at 2:21 p.m. And I don't know what part of the globe that applies to, but anyway, you don't have to be right on the minute with everything. Really good to see everybody. Hi Joyce, hi Mysterium Me. Hello Christina, so good to see you. Hey Emily, Sophia, welcome everyone. So we're actually going to do some reading from books today, which we haven't done in a really long time. But I wanted to read to you guys about Moonstone. But just remember that any stones that you have, you don't have to have a book to tell you what they mean. You can use your intuition, and you can just really vibrate with them the way that you feel. So we don't need books. We just need confidence in ourselves. And that's what I have to say about that. Hello Cassie Moffat, welcome. So good to see you. So I don't really know where to start. I could start with the reading, but then I feel like I'll forget everything else. So let's just start with a couple of things that I use during this time. If y'all haven't seen my videos on full moon water, like, what do they call them? Elixirs. Some of the first videos on my channel, I was making full moon water or elixirs. Hey Brandy, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to be reading from two books today. We're going to be reading out of this. It's really common. A lot of people have it. And then also this one's a little more uncommon for a Scott Cunningham book, but this is probably in my top 3 favorite Scott Cunningham books. Really like this because it's crystals, gems, and metals. Okay, and in this book they also apply herbs, and then they also apply deities and things like that. It's really fantastic. But let's talk about like what we've got here. So I've got some symbolism. I'm doing my video today in front of Delilah because the moon is feminine and she wanted to say hello to everybody. It took quite a while for me to get her up here by myself. But as a couple of people know, she needed to be up here. She likes to look out the window, and she was downstairs in the garage and very unhappy in the dark. So I finally got her up here. I feel like things are going better now for me and my loved ones. My ears are ringing right now, which is hilarious. Clairaudience, it's a trippy thing. Hey Uncle Badger, nice to see you, welcome. Sophia, I remember when I was younger I had a rock collection by your home growing up. I knew I was a witch then. I was about 5 years old when I started collecting them. Every stone and every rock had a meaning. That's really cool, and I think that it's super fun to like put special intentions into stones, even just like little rocks that you find here and there. Absolutely, I think that that's beautiful. Okay, so I also have some more female symbolism in the form of mannequins. I love mannequins. They're so easy to animate, just like dolls. So I have this, what do you want to call it? Hips? I don't want to say anything else besides that. So let's just take a look at 2 different moonstones that I have. If anybody wants to make donations to the channel, moonstones are needed because I work with them a lot. I've just realized that I'm down to my last 2. Pelvis, there you go. That's exactly what I was trying to say, Cassie. But the things that were going in my head were much funnier than that. I just don't want to sound funny. So I have this moonstone, and you're going to find they look like a lot different from each other. There's so many different types. And in this book we'll get some good pictures of ones that I've never even seen before. And then on this bottle, which I've taken copper wire that you can get just from your hardware store. And then I've attached this polished amethyst and then this Moonstone here. And this is probably going to be the more common ones that you see, more of a white, yellowish type of color. Now the reason I have the copper wire on there holding it is because copper is a very, very magnetic metal, as well as it will resonate with part of the population's blood type. Okay, because if you're an Rh negative, O negative, A negative, B negative, or AB negative, then you will have a copper base in your blood, which not a lot of people understand. It's not iron in everybody's blood. It's just the O positive, A positive, B positive, and AB positive. Most of the population is a positive blood type. Now, we've talked all about Rh negative before, so if you haven't learned that from me, then go check out my video on Rh negative blood types. Let's say hello to Mama Hennessy, welcome. And then also Kitty Kitty, welcome. And then Brittany. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? And Mage, hello Mage. Hey Esoteric Draken, welcome. So kind of you to say, so much love to you all. Have a happy Venus day in eclipse. Lovely time to be alive. Absolutely, that's a beautiful thing to say, thank you. Okay, so the next, this is just something simple that you can do. Glass is lovely, have that resonating. It's going to resonate better than plastic in my opinion, but you use what you have and what you can. And then over here I have some quartz crystal points, because a quartz crystal you can charge with any intention really. So and it's just like your little rock collection. You can take a stone off the ground and make it into a moonstone. It's not literally going to be a moonstone, but you can make it into what you need it to be. So another one that I like to do for the elixirs is smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is really good to repel negativity, anything that the color black in color magic has to deal with. That's great as well. So let's do a little bit of reading. Here's the last thing I have to show you guys. I made this, it's like this wine box, and you open it up, and inside I've got this really cool blown glass bottle for moon water. And you always want to keep your moon, I don't know when you can see the eclipse. You guys are going to have to look that up. And I don't think we'll even be able to see it. It's just something that's happening in the universe. So then we've got just some like different symbolism, but the reason that I keep it in this box is because anytime that you get a precious or a sacred water, you're going to want to keep it out of the dark so that the light doesn't, I don't know the right word, so that the light doesn't demean the qualities of what's within. Okay, so we got that, and I just found those things thrifting, and I thought that that would be cool to put together and paint and put my intention into, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to do the reading now, and then I have a lot of Etsy things to work on. Really quickly, Kitty, I want to show you what I've got going so far with your box. It's turning out really cool. For your pinup and herbal oracle deck. So she chose between the boxes that I had available that would work for that. And then this is like the wild unknown spirit, animal spirit box. And then we painted it black. It's magnetic. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I've kept some of the symbolism on it that you enjoyed. Of course, the dragon eye, because we're both into draconic magic. And then on the inside, that quote that you loved. So, and there's a little infinity in there as well. Cards will fit in there, and we'll have curios and such. But yeah, I'm catching up on all my Etsy correspondences today and my Skype correspondences today. That's one of my main goals. So let's do some reading. You love it? Okay, good. I'm glad. Let's read from this book first, just because you get to see some other pictures of Moonstone. Some that I've really not seen before. I think I've seen some like this. And the one that I showed you that I have has some marbling in it that looks a bit like this. And then over here, this one, it says it's a cream in a natural state. So this is unpolished, which is awesome. Yeah, I see your guys' messages. I'm just really trying to catch up. Trying to catch up today. Okay, so Moonstone, the color can be white, cream, yellow, blue, or green. I didn't know that they could be blue or green. That's pretty cool. The appearance is milky, translucent, and it can be all sizes. The rarity, it's easily obtained. That will mean it won't be terribly expensive, which is good. The source, India, Sri Lanka, and Australia. Attributes. Moonstone is a stone with a stone of new beginnings. As its name suggests, it's strongly connected to the moon and to the intuition. Like the moon, the stone is reflective and reminds us that as the moon waxes and wanes, so when it gets bigger when it waxes or when it's smaller and it wanes, everything is a part of the cycle of change. Its most powerful effect is that it's calming of the emotions. Moonstone makes conscious the unconscious. Okay, so it's going to bring consciousness to your unconscious mind is what I get from that, and promotes intuition and empathy. Amazing. Amazing. So anybody who's trying to better their intuition or be more empathetic, that will be great for you. It encourages lucid dreaming, especially at the time of the full moon. Moonstone has traditionally been used to enhance psychic abilities and to develop clairvoyance. So for the person I'm making the video for, who I'm not going to mention because they want to remain anonymous, they're also working on clairvoyance, so it just makes so much sense. It can be worn as a pendant to encourage acceptance of your psychic gifts. Psychologically, Moonstone calms overreactions to situations. So if you easily freak out, that will help you calm down. And to emotional triggers. So it's going to calm the emotional triggers as well. Moonstone is filled with receptive, passive, feminine energy. Makes sense because it's the moon. Moon, feminine. Where did I leave off? It balances male, female energies and aids men who want to get in touch. I can't really turn down the volume now, can I? Oh, there we go. Now it's down. Okay. Sorry, Peggy, I told you I was doing a video. Where are we at? I apologize. So it balances male-female energies and aids men who want to get in touch with their feminine side. It is the perfect antidote for the excessive macho man and overly aggressive female. That's really cool. Mentally, Moonstone opens the mind to sudden and irrational impulses, serendipity, and synchronicity. We're always talking about synchronicity. Care has to be taken that it does not include illusions in response to wishful thinking. Emotionally, Moonstone soothes emotional instability and stress and stabilizes the emotions. It improves emotional intelligence. Placed on the solar plexus, so that's going to be this stomach area. Placed on the solar plexus, and that's your third chakra up, and it's yellow. Placed on the solar plexus, it draws out old emotional patterning so that it can be understood and then dissolved. That's amazing. Moonstone provides deep emotional healing and heals disorders of the upper digestive tract that are related to emotional stress. Physically, Moonstone powerfully affects the female reproductive cycle and alleviates menstrual-related dis-ease and tension. It is linked to the pineal gland and balances the hormonal system, stabilizes fluid imbalances, and attunes to the biorhythmic clock. It is helpful in cases of shock and can be used to calm hyperactive children. You know those kids who just won't calm down? Put a Moonstone in their pocket or their lunchbox or their backpack or whatever. Hey, Ikael, so nice to see you. If I missed anybody, hi Earthly. It's just because I'm reading. But you know, you guys should be saying hello to everybody, and if everybody says hi in the chat, I mean, we're a family here, so let's not leave anybody out. It's rude. Alright, so healing. Moonstone, I said that. It is excellent for PMS, premenstrual syndrome, conception, pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding. A Moonstone elixir, which is what I'm talking about here. Okay, and go out and put your moon water out tonight, because it's not just going to be moon water, it's going to be eclipse moon water, yeah? Because that's happening today. A moonstone elixir was traditionally used for insomnia, and the stone can prevent sleepwalking. Really interesting. Hello, Yusuf. Nice to see you again. And hello, Frankie, if I missed you. Welcome. Position. Wear as a ring or place on the appropriate body part. Forehead for spiritual experiences, and solar plexus or the heart for emotions. Women may need to remove moonstone at the full moon. Why? That's all it says. It just kind of leaves off right there. Women may, maybe just because it's too much. So if you're wearing a moonstone today and it just feels like it's too much energy, this book is suggesting that you remove it. So again, I'll show the pictures of these moonstones that they have as the sample, and then I'm going to show you the moonstones that I have. I'm down to 2. I need more than that. So, but they come in all shapes and sizes, and we just learned that they can even be blue and green, which is interesting. Okay, so next, I want to talk from Scott Cunningham's Crystal Gem and Metal Magic on Moonstone. Moonstone, the energy is receptive. The planet, the moon. Element is water. The deities, Diana. Diana is the moon, so that makes sense. Selene, Isis. Isis makes a lot of sense. And all lunar goddesses. Associated stone, quartz crystal. That's hilarious because I pulled out the quartz crystals to tell you guys that you can make a quartz crystal into anything. There's intuition for you. That's how it works. Okay, so, wow, there's a lot to say. That's a lot to say. Okay, we've got some reading. Associated metal is silver, but I use copper. Okay. No, I'm not saying you can see the eclipse. I'm just saying it's happening. We can never see eclipses where I'm at anyway, but it's still happening. The energy's out there, yeah? So the associated metal is silver. The powers are love, divination, psychism, sleep, gardening, protection, youth, and dieting. The magical ritual or lore. The moonstone, a blue, white, or pink opalescent feldspar, is intimately connected with the moon in magical lore. So much so, in fact, that many use it in accordance with the lunar phases. Some say it is more magically potent during the waxing moon and less so during the waning. However, others use this stone during the moon's apparent lessening for divination rituals, such as the one described below. Moonstone has long been dedicated to the moon goddess. Wiccan ritual jewelry is often fashioned of silver and moonstones. A lunar wand can be constructed of silver tubing topped with a large moonstone. It is used for magical ritual. I have to make a video after this because people's feelings are getting hurt, and this is a family. Magical uses. This stone is receptive and love-drawing. Wear or carry a moonstone to bring love into your life. On the night of the full moon and by its light, ring a pink candle with moonstone bits. Light the candle and visualize yourself in a loving relationship. The moonstone is also prized for its ability to work out problems between lovers, especially those who have bitterly fought. Hold a moonstone, empower it with your loving vibrations, and give it to your troubled mate. Best of all, share this ritual with him or her by exchanging the stones. That sounds really lovely. Because of its associations with the moon, the bringer of sleep, the stone is often placed beneath the pillow, or moonstone beads worn to bed in order to ensure restful sleep. Like malachite and jade, the moonstone is associated with gardening. Wear during planting or watering, or bury a small moonstone while visualizing your garden bursting with fertility. To entice a tree into abundant fruiting, tie or attach a moonstone to one of the tree's limbs. That's beautiful. The moonstone is also is also gently protective. Because the moon seems to travel through the zodiac, Its stone is a traveler's protective charm. Carry or wear when away from home, especially during travel over or on the water. This is a perfect gift for avocational or vocational sailors and friends leaving on cruises. Empower the stone with protective energies before presenting it. Moonstone rings can be worn while swimming for protection in the water. An old ritual to determine future events can be performed at least 3 days after the full moon. Hold a moonstone in your hand while visualizing a possible future course of action, such as selling a house or accepting a new job. Then place the moonstone beneath your tongue and continue visualizing. Okay, well, I have to say something really quick. I wouldn't suggest that because if you put stones in your mouth, it could be dangerous. Now, I feel like Scott Cunningham here, and I'm not sure, but I feel like he's saying that that might be safe. Please remember that, like when you make your elixirs and things like that, to put the stones on the outside and not inside, because they can start to deteriorate and then become a part of the water and then actually poison you, okay? It's happened before. It'll happen again, but be cautious, you guys, because I don't want you to get sick. So my Moonwater Elixir videos, those would be helpful to watch. Or anyone's. But if they're putting the stones directly in the water, you can charge water that way, but you don't want to ingest it. It's not safe. So where did we leave off here? Place a moonstone beneath your tongue and continue visualizing. After a few moments, remove the stone and end your conscious effort to retain the image. If it remains, or if your thoughts continue to revolve around the possible act, it's a favorable one. If your mind turns to other matters, it's better to take a different route. If in doubt, perform this rite once again. Moonstone beads or pendants are worn during divination and can produce psychism in general. Psychics keep moonstones with their tarot cards or rune stones to heighten their ability to use such tools. A quartz crystal sphere is also encircled with moonstones prior to scrying. This stone is worn or used in rituals designed to renew or maintain a youthful appearance and attitude, which can be more convincing than outward looks. That's true. If you are trying to lose weight, perhaps moonstones can help. Don't diet. Reprogram your eating habits. Eat light meals at regular intervals. Avoid sugars and fats. Consume less red meat. I'm not a doctor. I'm reading from a book. Load up on raw or steamed vegetables and fresh fruits, and wear a charged moonstone. 3 nights after the full moon, stand nude before a full-length mirror in bright light. Study your body closely using another mirror if necessary, so that would be like one behind you so that you can see both sides of your body. To successfully perform this magic, you must know yourself, accept your faults, and then allow yourself to change. That's some really beautiful self-love work there too, you guys. Like putting yourself in front of the mirror and looking at your whole body and saying, I don't like this about myself. Seeing a part of yourself you don't like and actually saying aloud, that part of me is beautiful. It's going to just help your brain, in my opinion. Okay, so accept your faults and then allow yourself to change. Be brutal with your visual self-analysis. See the areas you wish to reduce on your body. Visualize anew, slimmer, in control of your food intake, fully alive. Then hold a moonstone in your projective hand while continuing to visualize the body and discipline you wish to have. Rub the moonstone over the problem areas of your body, over the excess amounts of fat, visualizing them melting away. Draw it across your head to control your urges to eat unhealthy and fattening foods. Finally, wear or carry the stone with you at all times. When you feel the urge to eat cheesecake, take the stone in your receptive hand, breathe deeply for 10 seconds, push the image of the food from your mind, and then grab a juicy peach or a crunchy carrot stick. So that's what I've got. That's Moonstone for you guys. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Just remember that we're a family here, you guys. Just remember that we're a family and we need to be kind to one another. That's all I got. I'll see you guys soon. Ta.